Evening, everybody. Mark Goldbridge here. I apologise for the lighting and everything. Obviously, it's not the normal setup, and you won't be getting the normal ads on the videos. Interesting day today, and I'm not going to have a Nigel Farage moment and decide that I'm not resigning. I'll go into why that is at the moment, but you know, it just comes down to the United stand has always been about fun, and Manchester United. Let's not forget that we've never been experts. We've never said this is the right way about things. We just wanted to have a chat, and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock we've done that, and it's been really good. But the fun has gone out of it for me lately, and today was the final straw, really. You shouldn't do anything like if you're not enjoying it anymore, and I'm not enjoying it anymore, and I'll explain that why in a moment. I don't want the United stand to end. There's a lot of people thinking that's going to happen. There'll still be tweets going up. We can still schedule those about the videos, etc., and that will happen. But it's really important that the United stand does remain. And I've spoken to a few people. Some people haven't gotten in the past who are interested in getting involved in it. So that will happen. It will continue. And I can't speak for the others about what they want to do. But as far as I'm concerned, this will be my last video. And the reason for that really comes down to a lot of the stuff that's going on today. There's a bloke who runs Red Issue. I don't want people to think it's anything to do with him. He causes a lot of trouble on Twitter. That's his personality. He's got every right to do that. And to be fair, the Red Issue is a legacy of Manchester United. And he deserves respect for founding that. So that's not the reason at all. It basically comes down to the fact that on Twitter today, I can see 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐛𝐞 from Full-Time Devils churning up tweets and messages and hate, even though he has us blocked, that are like 18 months old. I haven't tweeted or messaged or mentioned Full-Time Devils, Adam McCullough, 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐛𝐞 for a long, long time, and certainly not in the last couple of months, because I've got no problem with them at all. There has been problems in the past. But the story begins basically with where United stand started. It started about just over a year ago. It was Soccerbox. In fact, I think it was called @MarkGoldbridge. I think I started it off as that. And in my bio, I put something like, I don't know, I'm a journalist, shadow journalist or something like that. Now, 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐛𝐞 didn't like that, and neither did a couple of other people. I came onto Twitter. I'll put my hands up now to have a laugh. I came on, I was tweeting out about fake transfers and everything like this. This is before United stand started, and I put my hands up to that, and I've spoken to Gaz about it from Full-Time Devils, and there's no problem there. It was just banter, but somebody keeps whipping you with that same thing, churning up lies today when the United stand has been going for a year, and that's not what we're about. And that bio stopped a long time ago. I hold my hands up. I contributed to that issue 18 months ago. But to keep throwing it up and tweeting tweets that are over a year old just to put what the United stand is down about. And to be honest, it's all aimed at me. And I know I don't want no sympathy from anybody, but I've got better things to do in my life than take constant nonsense from people. And at the end of the day, we should be having these arguments and banter with Liverpool and Arsenal fans. But Manchester United, there's so much hate in there. And I have contributed to it in the past. I put my hands up to it. Banter, not hate. I don't hate anybody, but it stopped a long time ago, and we've tried to stop it so many times, and it keeps going. I don't mind if people on the comments board come on and say, I love Full-Time Devils, I hate United stand. At least it's an opinion, that's fine. But the fact that there's this constant barrage of fighting, which I think both channels have really tried to stop, but then somebody who's a respected person on that channel, and Adam McCullough was doing it today as well, making comments. We don't comment about you. But you know what? Alex does it. Alex gets involved. He's part of the United stand. I've told him to stop it. Other people do. It's not professional. It's not the way it should be done. And to be honest, it becomes quite grating when you are the person who's in front of the camera all the time. And it's constant barrage of abuse. And I'm tired of it. And you know what? I don't want any issues with anybody. I don't want people to go tweeting 𝐒𝐻𝐿 or anybody else like that saying you're an idiot, because one, they won't care, and why should they? But two, I'm just being honest that I love doing the United stand. I love talking about Manchester United, but I am tired of the constant abuse and putting people down who put time into this. And I'm not talking about just me. The Draughty Devil, you know, people laugh about it because that's what he's called, and no one knows what his real name is. He puts a lot of effort into the graphics and that. He's not going to be doing it anymore because he's had enough. And people put a lot of time and effort into this, including all you lot who get involved in the comments as well. and we all do it because we love Manchester United, and that's been lost because people just can't let people get on with what they want to do. You know, the United Stand's got 15,000 subscribers in a year, 40,000 followers on Twitter. Nobody forces them to do it. Nobody makes you pay to do it. You do it because you enjoy what we do. There shouldn't be comments about other people. There shouldn't be people running individuals abusively down. What's all that about? If you support Manchester United, go and bloody do your own thing and stop sniping at anybody else and spreading lies about everybody else. And then you get Devil's Terrace, another channel, joining in on it today. Now, in fairness to him, there's some comment on his videos where he's been called a faggot and stuff like that by the United Stand. We had this on the live comment box the other night where somebody on YouTube, you can basically duplicate somebody's thing. So somebody could put Mark Goldbridge, go on a Full-Time Devils video and say, you're all a bunch of twats. I haven't done that, but it can be done by other people. I haven't done it and somebody's done it on Tel's video. And if that's what's wound people up, fine. But we haven't actually done that because that's not what we wanted to do. But I have seen genuine Twitter accounts today tweeting stuff out. And to be honest, I thought, you know what, we've made an effort this year. We're trying to, get on with everybody, and then it all starts up again because there's some bitter people out there, there's some aggressive people out there, there's some abusive people out there who just don't want to let bygones be bygones. They've been offered the opportunity to have a chat one-on-one, not even on videos, but they won't do it because there's a hatred going back there. But what I want to say as well is that Full-Time Devils is run by somebody called Neil Smith. I've been in contact with him when we first started out. He gave me a lot of good advice. He said, don't be abusive. No, I'm not abusive, but don't fall out with people, get on with them. And it was really good advice, and I want to thank him for that. He runs that channel. I've got no problem with anybody on there, not even Mr. Stephen Howson. I don't have a problem with you because you know what? Life's too short, and I will not be tweeting stuff and have not tweeted stuff and wouldn't have tweeted anything else about you because you know what? I don't care what you do. If you want to talk to me about Manchester United, I would have done it. I would not have got into a debate about anything else. I did it in the past, I made a mistake, I put it behind me, but it never ever stops, and it's boring and it undermines everything what this is about. It's where these celeb people get involved. I don't make any money from this. It was never about that. Full-Time Devils is a business. It does make money. Well done. That's not a reason to dislike them. Well done. They get paid to do what they do. Fantastic. They do a really good job. I don't. The people involved in the United Stand don't either. It's always just been about Manchester United fans saying how it is without that noose around your neck where you go into press conferences and you've got to keep the club on side and things like that. It was always just about being honest, and it worked, and it did quite well, and we enjoyed it. But it's not about having conflict or competition with other people. The viewer can have a competition and they can prefer something. Some people prefer EastEnders over Coronation Street. That is fine. You can have that in life. But as the United Stand and as Full-Time Devils as well, as they were tweeting tonight, there is no problem. But somebody who's very lucky, in my opinion, to still be on the Full-Time Devils after what they did last year, I thought they'd learned to keep their mouth shut, and then they come and start stirring it up again today, which is why I put a tweet out earlier to Neil Smith saying, why is somebody off the Full-Time Devils stirring the pot up again? Why is that going on? Why can't there be a video between all of us where we can just say, look, we may disagree, you may dislike people, but let's forget about it because it's all Manchester United, and that's all that matters. But taking it back personally to me, and I don't want the United Stand was never about me, and that's why I really hope that somebody somewhere out there, and you've got to know what you're doing to take it on, but somebody out there somewhere does come on and contact us to come and take this on, because the United Stand shouldn't stop. The United Stand is about Manchester United fans who want to, talk about football and say it how it is. And you might say Louis van Gaal out, you might say Fellaini's not good enough, but so what? That's real opinion, and that's what it's all about. But for me personally, you go on a waltzer and it's a good ride, but eventually it just keeps going round and round, and at some point you've got to get off the waltzer. And I started the year really positive about it, thinking there wouldn't be any more trouble. It doesn't stop. It will stop. And then today you get people copying to all these tweets saying they're tweeting stuff that you tweeted 18 months ago, saying that you're pretending to be a journalist, saying that you don't get on with any other channels, getting Stretty News involved with it, who I've actually been tweeting, who've actually sent me a message tonight saying, nice messages, haven't got a problem with them, haven't actually got a problem with anybody. And certainly the United Stand doesn't, because the United Stand isn't all about me. But there is no problem with anybody, but somebody today, a couple of them decide to start stirring it up. And I don't understand what that's all about. And if it was to get me out of the United Stand, well, it worked. Well done. And I'm sure secretly they're sat there quite happy about it. But it's not about, I'm not giving in to bullies or anything like that anybody else says. It's just, I don't see what the point is. Manchester United is, I've always said Manchester United is bigger than anybody. It's bigger than any manager, any fan, any player, any owner or anything like that. And when it becomes not fun anymore and I can start going to games again, I mean, that's something that's been thrown up about it. I've been doing this for 18 months. I haven't been to a Manchester United game in 18 months because I react to matches live within seconds of it ending. How am I supposed to do that when I'm sat in Old Trafford or down Villa Park when they're down there or whatever? You can't do it. And people keep hitting you with that stick saying, oh, you're a plastic fan, you don't go to games. How can I react live instantly to football matches if I'm at the games? Full-time Devils do their fan reactions. They don't go up for an hour and a half because they do. I love their fan reactions. They're brilliant. And that's why it takes an hour for it to happen. We do something uniquely different that nobody else does. We react instantly to a match straight after it. You can't go to the game to do that. I've always said there's nothing like live football. I went to a couple of games over the Christmas period, but couldn't be Manchester United because we've got to do that live reaction. So yeah, I've got full respect for every fan who goes to the ground. Fantastic, brilliant, and you cannot beat live football for analysing a game, and I miss it. And you tell you what, I can go back, I can go and do it now. I can get myself some tickets. I might even go, I'm offered them all the time. I may even be going to Anfield in a couple of weeks. Fantastic, can't wait. But I really hope somebody steps in and does this. And I tell you what, if you can't get to games, it never mattered anyway. But this absolute nonsense. I mean, Kev off the channel goes to every home game. There's people on Full-Time Devils who present it who don't go to games. It's ridiculous that people say that it matters whether you go to games or not, and it doesn't. And the reality is, I used to go to about 5 games a season. Obviously, I don't live in Manchester. And then we started doing this, and I couldn't do it. And you get beaten with that. And I know I'm moaning about it, but you know what? I'm actually tired of it. I'm not fed up of it. Thick-skinned, face of the United stand, whatever people want to say. And we do get a lot of abuse. People come on and call you names and everything like that. You have to get used to it. But when it starts up again from a channel that's a lot bigger than us and a channel that I respect, and there's somebody on that channel who has started it up and they represent that channel whether they think they do or not, or whether Full-Time Devils think they do or not. He's on that channel, he's doing their football daily, he's giving his big mouth opinion all the time, and off his own channel, off his own Twitter account, he started it up today. And I thought, you know what, no matter what we do, we're always going to have this. And I got, you know what, maybe I'm making a stand. Maybe I'm making a stand for Manchester United because I'm fed up across the whole board. And I know I contributed to it for a long time, but I woke up and smelt the coffee. Thanks to Neil Smith, to be honest, who pointed me out. He's a very experienced man in the media. He said, you've got to make friends with people. You've got to get on with them. Have your opinion, but you've got to have friends with people. That's what we've tried to do, and it just never stops. And maybe something dawned on me today that you can't ever move past how you came into this. And somebody else could come in with the right approach from the start, and it will be all right. And I hope that happens. I don't want the United stand to stop. People like Martin, who did the logo, how far it's become. We only won an award, the best new vlog 2015, less than 2 months ago. So it can't stop. It has to continue. But as far as I'm concerned, and there's loads of you commenting there, there's some abuse in there, that's fine. There's some people saying it's unprofessional to stop. There's some people saying, Mark, stay. I don't want it to stop. I don't want this to stop. I want it to continue. But hopefully I've explained it. I'm not digging anybody out here. I'm just explaining why I just feel tired and disillusioned. And I'm looking forward. I will stay on Twitter and I will send you some pictures from United games because I'm looking forward to doing that and getting back to that. And I will miss doing this. But I think it's tiring, and I know, and it's a shame the Draughty Devil never really revealed who he was, because the work he's done, and I am trying to keep him involved because the work he's done behind the scenes is fantastic, and I really wanted to say thanks to him. I know Martin said if I won't do it, he won't do it anymore. He's been there from the start. Rich, who doesn't do it anymore, fantastic. Kev as well. Kev, I'm sure, will stay and do it. But we have contributed to it ourselves a bit. Alex is somebody I have a drink with at work, and I really like Alex, but he does like to get involved in arguments, and that sometimes reflects on the United stand, and you can't do that. And I think, maybe Stephen Howson's done that as well for Full-Time Devils, but it's pushed me over the side, and I'm out. We need to sort something out quick. I suppose it's good that we're out the League Cup because there's no live thing, and Gareth Bale to Manchester United will be my last United stand video. Whether it'll ever happen, who knows, it might be a message, but we'll sort something out and the United stand won't end. And I think if one good thing comes out of this, I implore you all to stay involved in the United stand, because it is bigger than me. It was always bigger than me, and it's unique in the way you all get involved and everybody says it how it is. And that's why it's really important that somebody comes in there. And loads of people have tweeted saying, I'll take it on. And without being disrespectful, you haven't got a portfolio of work or presenting to come in and do this. And you've got to be thick-skinned, you've got to be confident, and you've just got to get up there and do it. And there will be somebody out there who can come and do it. I've got some ideas of people who would like to do it. Maybe I'll come back even on as a guest. That would be fantastic. But for now, I just while I do this, certain people are always going to keep taking a pop at it, and it's not. And the United Stand doesn't deserve that. It's a unique voice, and it deserves better than that. And I think, you know, because people won't leave the past in the past, and because people won't just let it go and let's just all get on and have different opinions because it's about football, enough is enough. I think with me out of the picture, the United Stand can go on to greater things and actually just be left to stand alone as what it is. Real fans saying it how it is, not afraid to do so about the club that they love, whether you go to the games or not. And that's what United Stand was always about. So many of you commenting there. Somebody saying you've been bullied off the channel. No, I don't get bullied by anybody in life. To be honest, I've been standing up to that bully for a long, long time. But when, as I said, you're on a waltzer and you just keep going round and round, it gets boring, and there's better things to do in life. And I love Manchester United, and I can go back to watching Manchester United live now. And I know that somebody can come in and do this, and it will carry on. So it won't fall. The United Stand hasn't fallen, Lee. It will carry on. Thanks for all your comments, and I will get back onto the Twitter account tonight and just schedule some tweets so that there's stuff coming out, and we will try our best to see where it goes. Jordan Thompson saying apologise to Full-Time Devils. I haven't got anything to apologise for, mate. Never did. There is no issue with Full-Time Devils ever, and any issue that there was sorted out a long time ago. It's just been stirred up again for some reason today, and I don't really understand why. But there's no issue with them. They do a good job, and we do a totally different thing to them. And I think both channels have always been conscious of that, and both channels can operate separately. And I think one does one thing and one does another. But that is it. That is life. And thanks to every one of you, and I mean that. I've always said the United Stand is your channel. It is your channel, and it needs you more than ever now, because it needs to stand and build and carry on, and it won't fall. And it is your channel. I've always said that. So keep watching, keep staying involved, keep an eye on what's going on, and keep spreading the word. And don't let this fall. Don't let this fall. This isn't the United Stand. This is just me, and I'm taking some time out. And you know what? That probably will be it. But I did want to come in and say why, and hopefully I've explained it. And thanks to everybody. Cheers, and I'm sure there'll be a video again soon. But that's the one. Thank you very much. It is the United Stand. It is your channel. Don't let it fall.